Okay, so yeah. So guys, this is Gautham Kolluri from CIP Study Abroad and Immigration Experts. I'm a regulated Canadian immigration consultant, and I previously worked in Conestoga College and Mohawk College as the International Students Recruitment Officer. Today we have, always wanted to, there's a lot of questions every day. There are people who reach out to us and ask about, the PR, how to calculate your score, and looking into that. So let me just stream. And yeah, okay. So the first thing, so Sandariki Namaskaralu, na peru Gautham Kolluri, నేను కెనడాలో రెగ్యులేటెడ్ కెనడియన్ ఇమిగ్రేషన్ కన్సల్టెంట్ అండ్ సిఐపి ఏజెన్సీ ఫౌండర్ డైరెక్టర్ నేను. సో ఈ రోజు మనకు మోనికా అండ్ కళ్యాణ్ టూ ఆస్పిరెంట్స్ ఫర్ కెనడా ఉన్నారు ఇక్కడ. సో మన ఇండియాలో ఇప్పుడు ఏమవుతుందంటే మోస్ట్లీ చాలా మంది కొన్ని ఇల్లీగల్ ఏజెన్సీస్ ఉన్నాయి, అన్ఎడ్యుకేటెడ్ people are also now in this industry scamming just to make the money. So first under regulation, you have to understand process, PR ki process enti. And second, important that you also educate yourself. Okay. So first thing you have to understand is the Canada PR process enti. It is a point-based system. మీకు పాయింట్స్ ఎలా వస్తాయి? పాయింట్స్ మీకు ఏజ్ 29 మాక్సిమం పాయింట్స్ ఉంటాయి. తర్వాత మాస్టర్స్ అడ్వైజబుల్. మీరు ఇప్పుడు ఇండియా నుంచి అప్లై చేయాలనుకుంటే పిఆర్ డైరెక్ట్ కి మాస్టర్స్ అడ్వైజబుల్. సెకండ్, థర్డ్ పాయింట్. సో ఫస్ట్ ఏజ్ 29 వరకు మీకు మాక్సిమం పాయింట్స్ వస్తాయి. 29 తర్వాత యు ఆర్ లూజింగ్ యర్ పాయింట్స్. ఓకే. ఎడ్యుకేషన్ మినిమం మాస్టర్స్ ఉండాలి. థర్డ్, work experience 3 years or higher, you will get maximum points. Kalyan, Miku, how many 2 years experience?
2 years, yes. I have 2 years of experience.
3 years Miku maximum points ostai. Tarvata language abilities. So let's take IELTS. There are other also English tests, but IELTS low, minimum you have to score is 8,777.
Okay.
So what happens is ఇప్పుడు ఏజెన్సీస్ అక్కడ ఉన్నారు చాలా మంది, డొపోలింటర్స్ ఉన్నారు, జీ యాక్సిస్ అని పిచ్చి ఏజెన్సీస్ ఉన్నారు అన్ని అక్కడ అందరూ. దే విల్ నాట్ టెల్ అ లాట్ ఆఫ్ డీటెయిల్స్ అబౌట్ దిస్. ద ఫస్ట్ థింగ్ వాళ్ళు ఏమంటారు, చాలా మంది ఏజెన్సీస్ ఉన్నారు అక్కడ, వాళ్ళు ఏమంటారు, వాళ్ళు బేసికలీ రండి కెనడాలో ఒక 100 ఇమిగ్రేషన్ ప్రోగ్రామ్స్ ఉన్నాయి, సైన్ అన్ అగ్రిమెంట్ అండ్ విల్ హెల్ప్ యూ. So first, legally they are not eligible to do it. As per the Canadian government regulations, only a Canadian lawyer or an immigration consultant, RCICs like me, I'm a regulated Canadian immigration consultant, only we can provide immigration services. Okay. So whatever the other people, sorry, just give me a second. Yeah. So whatever the other people, they are not regulated, right? Just give me a second. Somebody is knocking on the door.
Kalyan, I just gave you a missed call. Can you please send me a message stating hi?
Yeah. Actually, I was in a Zoom call, so I did not leave the call.
Nak hi and message pampiste, I'll send you the proforma. You can fill it up and send it to me. I'll send you the proforma.
Yes, so I'm back. Sorry, it was neighbor's kid knocking on the door. So getting back, so this is very important. So first thing, what you will have to do is understand the basics. So meeku points lekapothe meeku PR radu. So what is happening in India, especially mana Telugu states lo kuda chaala mandi agencies meeku chepparu. They will ask you to come sign an agreement, and you will not understand what is happening. మీరు కాల్ చేస్తూ ఉంటారు and sorry వాళ్ళు అంటారు మీ స్కోర్ బాగాలేదండి. So without IELTS, without checking your score, you should not. So what is happening now in Canada? If you are looking at, so where do you start with? First thing, you have to check in the express entry score, draws. So every week we have draws, and recently మనం targeted draws kuda IT ki health care ki draws start chesaru. So this is where you start. Express entry rounds of invitations. Here you can see every week. So last week we had July 12th, we had a draw that the French language ఉన్న వాళ్ళకి 3,800 people with French language were issued invitations to apply for PR, and the score was 375, very low. because it is the priority of the government. They want people who speak French to come here. So if you go here, see previous rounds, this is where you will have to understand. I will share the link here also. Okay. So this is where you will understand. So you are looking at all program draw. IT people can look into the STEM occupations. It will be IT draws, STEM occupations are involved, and also healthcare, but other people from, if you're not from IT, healthcare, agricultural, transport, and logistics, you'll be in the all program draw, no specified. So if you look at this score, Nitin, if you look at this, the score is 511. Right? Because it was a small draw, 700 only, the score was 511. And before that, it was 486. 4,300 people were issued invitations.
Okay.
Okay. And also before that, another 4,800 were issued and the CRS score was 486. And also 24th May, 4,800, CRS score was 488. And then before that, 483, 486, 481, 484. So the score has been consistently over 480.
Okay.
But for you IT guys, the government of Canada is doing targeted draws for IT professionals. You have a chance. If you are able to score about 460, I'm sure the score will go down. Okay, so guys, so Miru India first thing మీరు చూసేది ఏంటంటే ఈ స్కోర్ చూసుకోవాలి, and then you will have to understand how to check your CRS score, right? So Monica or Kalyan,
Yes, sir.
let's check. Yeah, Kalyan, let's check how to. Are you in a laptop or a cell phone?
Mobile phone.
Mobile phone. Monica, are you in a laptop or cell phone?
నేను ప్రెసెంట్ అయితే ల్యాప్టాప్ లో ఉన్నానండి, కాకపోతే 2 minutes లో ఐ హావ్ ఆఫీస్ కాల్.
Sure, go ahead. So let me just show you, Kalyan. I'll show you how to check your CRS score. Okay. So here you just have to Google CRS tool. Okay. So this is the basic thing what you will have to start. So Mir, first before going to any consultancy and signing up, please educate yourself. Minimum what you should understand is me score entundi. Meeku asalu reality meeru 460, 480 touch avutara. And when you are confident that you are getting 460 to 480, then take a help of a legal agency who is a regulated Canadian immigration consultant or a Canadian lawyer. Signing an agreement with an Indian agency who do not have meetings with an RCIC, some dopa guy saying that I work for this agency, sign an agreement with an Indian company, pay them money. This is all illegal. This is not legal by the government of Canada.
గౌతమ్ గారు, ఇక్కడ చిన్న క్వశ్చన్ అండి. మోనికా హియర్. I have rejoined. So actually express entry, you are mentioning about the express entry where we need to score 460 plus points, right? For especially for
Yes.
the IT.
So
PNP ki sambandhinchi aithe ganaka ante
so what is PNP? PNP is provincial nomination, where majority of the PNP programs require you to have a job offer from an employer.
Okay.
Okay. So if you're not here in Canada, it is very unlikely that you will find a job. Endukante Canada prati samvatsaram government oka 4 lakhsala immigrants vastunaru immigration programs through, right? Alage oka 4 lakhsala 5 lakhsala students icharu 2022 lo Canada ki dantlo 5 lakhsala students icharu. Students ante వాళ్ళు not just freshers after grade 12 or bachelors. Dantlo more than half of the people are professionals like you with 5 to 10 years of IT work experience. Okay. So they are coming because they know Canadian education will give them additional points. Canadian work experience will give them additional points.
Okay.
Okay. So let's start with Kalyan. Let's see if you are rushing out, Monica, for the meeting. I can have.
No problem.
Yeah.
I can stay back, Gautham garu. Tandi Kalyan daipoyaka maybe I'll take it because
Sure.
I can.
So let's start with Kalyan. Kalyan, what is your marital status?
Unmarried. I'm a single.
You're single. Next, me age entane.
24, sir.
24, right? So next, me 24. Okay, 24. What is your highest level of education?
MBA.
Master. MBA. So do you make Canadian education degree unda? Ledu? No.
No.
Right? Official languages. So Nitin, this is how we calculate the CRS score, Nitin. So you can go through that as well. I've shared the link CRS, this tool here. I will just send it here in the Zoom chat as well. Okay.
Yeah, I'm following.
Yes. Are your test results less than 2 years? Yes. So what is the best you can do for IELTS? Kalyan?
Sir.
So what is the best IELTS low maximum what is your capability? What do you think you'll be able to achieve in IELTS?
6 or 7 band.
6 is not going to take. Let's put in 7.
He can get up to 8,777, sir. I will let him do that.
Let him. So 7 bedam. Let's say put in 7, 7.5. Okay. 7.5 and writing 7. Okay. So we put 7.5 in all these bands here. Right. And then let's look into, do you have French? Not applicable. French ki additional points వస్తాయి. ఇప్పుడు చాలా మంది French నేర్చుకుంటున్నారు. Okay. Work experience in Canada. You do not have work experience in Canada. None or less. Okay. In the last 10 years, how many total years of foreign work experience do you have? So last 10 years lo meeku enni unnai? You have 2 years of meeku complete avutundi August.
Yes.
Right. So certificate of qualification for a Canadian province, meeku konni skilled trades untaru kada, welders, construction workers, ilanti vallaku skilled certificate and qualification untundi, daniki additional points vastayi. Meeku you don't have that.
No.
Okay. Second, what is the offer? Do you have a valid job offer supported by an LMIA? Unfortunately, no.
No.
So the reason employers don't really want to do this, because నేను ఇప్పుడే మోనికా మీకు చెప్పానండి, ప్రతి సంవత్సరం ఒక 5 లక్షల స్టూడెంట్స్ వస్తారు ఇక్కడికి. దాంట్లో చాలా మంది ప్రొఫెషనల్స్ విత్ 5 to 10 years of work experience. 1 year programs వస్తారు colleges లో, 1 year, 2 year programs. And also the government is bringing in 4 lakh immigrants. So at any given time, Canada lo almost oka 6-7 lakshala mandi jobs every year వస్తున్నారు. Jobs, they are looking for jobs and they're taking in. So employer will not have, they are not interested to do a labor market impact assessment.
Yeah.
This attribute.
So it is same like getting a H1B.
Yeah, I
Or is
agree.
it on a rate table?
Okay. So it's just like H1B. Employer has to prove that they interviewed local candidates. They are unable to find any skilled candidates. As such, they are bringing in people from overseas. So that is called labor market impact assessment, which is similar like H1B notice of approval. Okay. So here, do you have a nomination of certificate? That is what you
it has to
provincial
do with
nomination.
Lookup table attribute number.
Okay. So if you are here, do you have a nomination certificate from a province? No. So if
No.
you look at every province, you can go to the website.
The lookup table. So
Guys, can you please mute yourself, please? So every province, Canada has a very transparent immigration. Please educate yourself. Miru province, Ontario PNP ani Google cheyandi, Alberta PNP ani Google cheyandi, BC PNP ani Google cheyandi. Miru official website lo ostara, akkada clear ga information untundanta. Okay. Please, miru first, without calculating your CRS score, do not sign up with any agency. Anta scam chestaru, you will not go anywhere. Right? A lot of people, every day I talk to people, they go to this local agencies who promise them Canada has 100 immigration programs. You will get under the federal or the immigration program. You will pay 50,000 rupees or 1 lakh rupees and you will literally lose your money. You will not go anywhere. So the basic thing, what you have to do first, in the CRS store, calculate your score. Okay. So do you have a spouse or spouse or common law partner who has a brother and sister? So if you have brothers or sisters here in Canada, you will get additional points. So Kalyan, you don't have, right? So no.
No.
So here, what is your score? 399.
Okay. This is out
So-
of how much, sir?
So 319. So what is what is the draw happening if I just showed you guys, right? Then చూపించాను express entry previous rounds మీరు చూస్తే there is not a single all program draw which is less than 480. So మీరు ఇక్కడ see previous rounds.
Okay.
1200 points maximum. Okay, so dantlo if you are looking at the previous rounds here, there is not a single round where all program draw is less than 480 or 470, right? No program specific 500. So this is what is happening. These people, they will not show you anything. They will basically, scam you with all this without telling you all the details. They will first force you to sign with all these silly stories, fake promises. You will end up, right? That is very important. Okay. So make sure that you understand. So this is the situation what has been with you, Kalyan. So how can you improve your score? Right? So Aditya Emanadu 8777 cheyagaltadu sir annadu. Right? So what you do here is if you put in the maximum points, speaking, let's say 7, listening, right? 8 is mandatory in listening if you want to get the highest points. Okay, reading 7 or 7.5 and writing. So let's see how it will change your CRS score, right? So 444. So even if you get 8777 in IELTS, your score is only 444. Why? Because you do not have 3 years of work experience. Only 2 years work experience only.
Correct. Yes.
So ఇప్పుడు మనం 3 years work experience చేస్తే ఇక్కడ you can see the score calculated and you will see the score is 469. So even మీరు 3 years చేసినా కానీ మీకు 469 points వస్తున్నాయి.
Yes, sir.
Right? So this is why, because so if you have masters 3 years of work experience and maximum మీరు score పెట్టినా కానీ IELTS లో. So this is, see, let's say, so you are 24 years of age, you have master's degree, right? You do not have Canadian education, you have IELTS, the maximum score you put in, right? You do not have French, you have work experience 3 years or more, you do not have certification qualification, you do not have any provincial nomination, you do not have a sister. So even if you have all the best, your score then comes to 481. With a maximum IELTS, that is not even going to help you. Unfortunately, current situation lo targeted draws low. For IT people, you guys have an opportunity. So, for example, Kalyan, if you were in IT, right? If your score was 460, the government is choosing healthcare, IT people, agricultural people, and they are doing in between targeted draws. So even if your score is less than 480, for example, 460 to 470, you guys will still you might still receive your invitation. So guys, this is very important, Andy. So what is happening is all these people will give, all the agencies, one, they are not authorized. They are not immigration consultants, licensed Canadian immigration consultants. They are not regulated by the government of Canada. They are not immigration lawyers. They are all fake companies who are not authorized to submit. And they all, what do they don't show you all this, right? They will ask you to come sign, put the money, and then they will tell you, sir, draws, unfortunately PNP draws are not happening with your knock code, or unfortunately you need a job offer for an employer and that will give you 600 points. It is your choice. Okay, so this is what is important. So guys, that is the reason why many people come to Canada. Let's say, for example, Nitin comes to Canada. Sorry, not Nitin. Kalyan comes to Canada, right? So Kalyan, what happens if you come to Canada? How is it help changing? Okay, so if you come to Canada and let's say your English score is limited, right? You have 2 years of work experience. Manam, let's change it. 2 years of work experience, change it. So your score will go down to 456 with top IELTS score, but let's put it lower IELTS. Okay, so let's put it 7, listening low 7.5, 7.5, and writing low, let's put it 7. Okay. So if you are in Canada and you have a Canadian education, you put in 1 year Canadian education and 1 year or 2 year diploma. Now see the difference here. Your score will add 15 points. Okay. 414, right? Because your English skills are low. Okay. So Canadian education and Canadian work experience will also give you additional points. So you have 2 years and this is what we have. And if we put in Canadian work experience, let's say, in the last 10 years, how many skills? So let's say you have 2 years of Canadian work experience. So you'll see the difference here, right? 517.
Okay.
So
Yes.
Canadian education and Canadian work experience, let's say you have only 1 year work experience, right? It is for, even with 1 year, it's showing 517. Right? So this is what is going to help people who have, but the problem is you have an MBA. So unless you choose a program which is not a reputation, it is going to be a bit risky with the visa perspective. Okay. So clear?
Clear, sir. Thank you. Thank you
So
very much.
this is very important, guys. Please, first, Miru, before you go to any agencies, one, Mira Argandi, can I have a meeting with your immigration lawyer or with your RCIC? Right? That is the first thing. All these DOPA agencies out there in India, they don't, very few of them are actually Canadian immigration lawyers or regulated Canadian immigration consultants. So what they're doing is illegal. I'll show you a document. What happened, just give me a second, Andy. Let me see if I can find the document. Yeah. Let me share. Yeah. So very important in Canada, if the visa officer sees that you are taking illegal services not from an authorized, then you will have serious issues. So this is, yeah, so this is a refusal letter. This is a letter from IRCC in proof of further, letter where the IRCC is asking for additional information from an applicant. So can you read this, Kalyan? Or Monica, can you read this, Monica? Is it visible? If you have a laptop. Yeah, Monica is not here, I guess. Yeah, Kalyan, please go.
I'm talking on mute, actually. I'm sorry about that.
Yeah,
Okay.
can you read this, Monica? You have a laptop, might be more visible for you. Can you read it?
Yeah, furthermore, I'm also concerned that you have made use of the services of unauthorized agent who has assisted you in the preparation of your application for a fee. The use of unauthorized agent is contrary to the regulation, and failure to declare such financial arrangements is possible grounds for refusal. Any reply to this letter must fully disclose all financial arrangements you have made in the genesis, creation of, and submission of this application. You must name this individual or entity with whom you have made this arrangement. Provide all contact information, and you must submit all communication that you have made with this individual or entity. Please note that if it is found that you have engaged in misrepresentation in submission of your application, you may be found to be inadmissible under Section 401A of the Immigration of Refugee Protection Act. A finding of such inadmissibility would render you admission to Canada for a period of 5 years according to Section 402.
So do you understand what is this?
Yeah,
so basically this lady took help of an agency who is not a regulated Canadian immigration consultant. So this is very important, guys. So remember, if you are overseas and you are going for an agency for immigration, make sure the first thing you have legal consultation with an immigration lawyer or an RCIC and have an agreement in place. The agreement should clearly show the name of the legal company and the lawyer, and you should personally talk to them and not to some manager. Akkada managers కూర్చొని ఉంటారు, వాళ్ళు టైం పాస్ కి ఇవన్నీ మీరు చెప్తూ ఉంటారు. This is not. So if IRCC me application lo, if they have a suspicion, మీరు apply చేయలేదు, వేరే agency through apply చేశారు అంటే your application you might be considered for misrepresentation and your application will be denied, and not only denied, you will be inadmissible. Meer ban chestar 5 years work, you'll never get your visa. So very important, all the people in India, please do not engage in these arrangements with people who are not, with agencies which are not legal lawyers, and we are not regulated Canadian immigration consultants. So every time you go to agencies, any agency, be it Duplintus or all DUPA agencies out there, please make sure that you first have an agreement in place and talk to the immigration lawyer or the consultant. This field is exactly like a doctor. When you go from medicine, right? When you go to a clinic, you don't talk to a compounder or a medical assistant, you talk to the doctor. So this is exactly, when you go to a lawyer, when you go to a doctor, you take their services. Okay, so this is very important, guys. So make sure make sure that you will educate yourself. First, check in that you are calculating your scores. You understand me score into undi Canada lo draws, what is happening with draws in Canada, you understand what is it happening. And then if you decide, then look for an immigration consultant, right? Shally, immigration consultant lawyer there is a bar consul, you can check their website for the lawyer's registration. There is IRC, hamare jo association jo hai, we have for all the regulated Canadian immigration consultants, we have CICC, which is College of Immigration Consultants of Canada. Anybody who is licensed has their name out there. Okay, so this is very important for all of you guys. If you do not follow these basic, you will be scammed and your dreams will be dreams and you will lose a lot of money. You will never be able to get money from these agencies because you don't have the time and patience to go to a court, find a lawyer and hire for 50,000, 1 lakh. This is how these agencies are making money. They are preying on innocent people who, by giving them they're not giving them full information, and they're faking all these opportunities, giving them false hopes and then making money. Okay, so Kalyan, very important in your situation. Kalyan, even with your masters and 2 years work experience and highest score unnagani meer 481 ki rar.
Yes, correct,
right?
Yes.
So this is very important. So guys, మీరు ఏ చేసినా కానీ ఫస్ట్ ఎడ్యుకేట్ చేయాల్సి అండి. చాలా తెలుగు ఛానల్స్ ఉన్నాయి యూట్యూబ్స్ లో. ఇప్పుడు there are a lot of resources in the internet, and Canada websites are very transparent. మీరు ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ ఫస్ట్ మీరు ఎడ్యుకేట్ చేసుకొని తర్వాత మీరు రండి. ఓకే, so thanks for watching this video. My name is Gautham Kolluri. In Canada lo regulated Canadian immigration consultant and CIP agency and founder director. Naku offices Canada lo unnai. India lo we have offices in Hyderabad, Kochi, Mumbai, Surat, Ahmedabad, Chandigarh, Ludhiana. I also have offices in Philippines, Nepal, Brazil, Ukraine, and we'll do it out there.